Hey Foundry Church, welcome to today's video devotional as we continue in our series Elroy, When Love Sees You. Today we're going to be diving into Mark 10 verse 13 through 16 where we see Jesus' interaction with the little children. So let's get started.
Mark 10, 13 through 16. People were bringing little children to Jesus for him to place his hands on them. But the disciples rebuked them. When Jesus saw this, he was indignant. He said to them, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Truly, I tell you, anyone who will not receive the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter it." And he took the children in his arms, placed his hands on them, and blessed them.
So why don't you tell me what happened that day?
Well, I remember it was super warm, like too warm for games. Me and my friends wanted to sit under the shadow of the tree. That's when we saw him sitting there, teaching so many people. There must have been at least 1,000. Me and my friends wanted to get closer, under the shade of the tree, just to hear what he had to say. Suddenly, this big adult came out of nowhere and pushed me out of the circle and said, "What are you doing here? This isn't for kids." I tried to talk, but he was pushing me out of the circle. Suddenly, the man teaching, the rabbi, stood up and called out to the men pushing us out of the circle. I was confused. Jesus said the kingdom of God? As we walked closer, Jesus reached his hand out to me and placed me on his knee. I was so nervous of all the people, but Jesus was nice and comforting, giving me a reassuring smile. I was excited. Jesus had used me in a teaching, me and my friends. He looked at us again, smiling, and prayed a blessing over us to Yahweh. Jesus had seen me and brought me close to him.
Now that you've had an opportunity to see Jesus' interaction with the little children, we're going to dive deeper with some questions. So let's get started. Question number 1, how would you feel if you were the child when you had this interaction with Jesus? All right, question 2. Why did Jesus choose to recognize the children in this passage? Thank you for joining us today as we saw Jesus' interaction with the little children. Hopefully you were able to take away some things that encouraged and even challenged you in your faith. Be on the lookout for our next video devotional in the series Elroy, When Love Sees You. Have a great day, everyone.